Good morning, Internet, and welcome to Xifeng Plays Zenith. I'm Xifeng, this is Zenith. Let's get started. This is one of my favorite games. This is a fantastic kind of parkourish game based on roller skates. And you have to go around kind of running errands for this guy who sends you messages and doing tricks and flying around. And the way you move in this game actually kind of reminds me of the way that I always imagined myself moving when I was a kid, like kind of imagining myself flying around and running along walls. And the movement feels just fantastic in this game. It's all based around going very kind of quickly and building a lot of momentum and not breaking your momentum. In fact, you can rewind time so that if you run into a wall, you can kind of correct your mistake and keep your momentum. And that actually becomes pretty important in the late game because a lot of the jumps are very difficult. There's some kind of mini-games in this that are also fun. There's some races around, not really like races against people, but time trials that are pretty fun. And then there's this kind of, on your phone, there's this kind of monsters game that I'll probably try and show you because it's a little hard to describe, but basically, it is... Sorry. Basically, it's this thing where you have a creature on your cell phone and you battle other people and you level it up. And you need it to kind of... The final boss for that is this hawk that picks you up. And if you beat it at that game, then you can control the hawk. And you need that to get to the final mission, or to complete the final mission. But somebody found kind of another way of doing it that's very difficult and requires rewinding time, basically just because the jump is too difficult. And I hope I'll be able to show you that. I've been kind of practicing this game a lot, trying to speedrun it, because, you know, you finish a game that you really enjoy, and then you want to keep playing it, and you want to keep getting better at it. And this is, you know, one of those games with not really any ceiling to how good you can get at it, just because there's so many different jumps and trials, and it's open world, it's got a lot of freedom, and a lot of different interactions, so you can just kind of play around. So yeah, the story of it is that I have a job working for this guy, picking up zines and delivering them. And I get around on these skate things that make me fly, and I can control gravity. Pressing shift actually makes gravity stronger, which is very useful for going down hills and kind of adjusting the height of your jump a little bit. And then it'll stick to walls like this and just keep accelerating as long as you're on a wall. And if you see up there, there's that ring thing. You can actually go inside of that ring and basically gain unlimited speed just by going around and around the inside of it. And it's very difficult to get to. It's part of the way that you get to the moon without defeating the hawk. So I'll try and show you that, but I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to just because the jump is so difficult. This game has a really good balance of kind of things that are very difficult and things that are just difficult enough that I never feel like I'm just completely failing at everything. Though I'm going to have to rewind quite a lot to make it to this one. I should probably actually have tried to... Yeah, I think I can make it in one try without jumping. There we go. So yeah, you have to stop at each of these hotspots, and it's a person that you're delivering zines to. These rails have a snap-on area, but it's pretty small, and I'm not finding it. There we go. I'm going way too fast, though. You can't really look around, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's no good. The camera, it's a very good automatic camera, but it's an automatic camera. Oh man, I often have trouble getting this hotspot. Oh man, I'm not even going to be able to do it at all. This is really unfortunate. I've kind of put myself in a bad position just by going too fast earlier on in the game. So I think I'm actually going to do this a little bit out of sequence. Oh no, I can get to it this way. Alright, so that's that. Back to your regularly scheduled zipping around. So the amount that you can rewind time by is limited, and that can be very frustrating sometimes, because it means there are some jumps that you don't know that you've failed the jump until it's too late to go back and redo. And so those end up being the hardest jumps in the game. I love these kind of wall slide things. Oh, didn't quite make it there. Bounced off the ceiling a little bit. I was trying to do that thing where I hold shift to make me fall a little bit faster, but didn't quite do it early enough. There's races scattered around, I think I mentioned, little time trials. This city floor one I have actually not managed to beat yet. This area is one of the areas that lets you build the most speed if you're careful and don't mess it up like that I did. Because you can just kind of loop around and around on these two walls. Now, I believe there's a person over here. No? I know there's a trainer somewhere around here. Oh, I see it. Yeah, so this is... You can kind of guide this creature around, and it shoots. And I think this guy is, like, way above my level, so I'm not sure I'll actually be able to take him down. But they shoot, and they hit, and oh boy, he's just, yeah. Yeah, that guy's way, way above my level. I haven't put very much time into this game because I don't enjoy it that much. I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the skating game. And so that was kind of part of why I started working on kind of any percent speedruns, because I didn't really like the creature game, and I do like the kind of go fast and do strange tricks part of it, and so that was kind of a way of just doing the skate fast stuff. And I really enjoy speedrunning it, because you get to the end of the game, and you're like, okay, well, I've done, all of the stuff that I'm interested in doing, now what? And there's kind of no upper bound on how much crazy stuff you can do trying to speedrun it. Like, there will always be places places to take time off, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now, I'm not getting... This is the first kind of really difficult jump in getting to the moon, because... actually, I think... Yeah, okay. This should actually build up enough speed. Yep. Oh, but that lost me a bunch of speed. It's very difficult to not lose any speed going up this channel. Because you turn very quickly. And so there's very narrow timings for getting the right angle to go up like that. And 605 should be plenty of speed to launch us up to the place that we need to go. And so, yeah, here we're going to get up to this speed ring here. I'm actually even going a little bit too... Let's see. Almost going too fast. The entrance up there... the entrance below me, you might have seen. I'll try and get through it. I completely overshot it. So I may just need to do a little bit of shift holding and actually lose a lot of my momentum, which is alright here because I'm just going kind of in through here. Getting into the speed ring, the difficult part is over, but it's still a bit tricky. I actually shouldn't have done that. I should have just straight up here and hook on there, and this will take us straight in. And so now the thing we have to do is just build up enough speed to launch ourselves into this kind of many miles long jump that we're about to do. And that's the way that you get to the moon without defeating the final boss in the minigame. And so I just want to get up to the top of this ring so that I can jump out of it. Oh, I just lost a bunch of speed there. So I get to the top of this so that I can jump out of it when I need to. And then that will basically just shoot me out in a straight line. Oh, like that. Except I didn't actually want to do it yet. So it looks like it's a little hard to tell if I'm... Yeah, it looks like I am high enough, so... Now we just kind of wait, and this is when I like to get a drink of water, stretch out a little bit, because it takes quite a while to get up to the speed that you need to be able to get to the final jump. So this is a game, I don't know which one will go up first, but in the most recent Umihara Kawase video that I recorded, I talked about kind of abstraction of violence and the role that violence plays in games. And this is actually a game that I really like for how it's really challenging and really engaging, and it feels really good to play, and it gets all of that from just jumping and platforming and flying around. So this is the very long jump I was mentioning we had to get our speed up for. And this part is the hardest part of the game by a long shot. I'm not even sure I'll be able to make it in here because it's such a difficult jump. So yeah, aside from the kind of creature mini-game that I showed you, this game is just about joy and flying around, and actually that might have worked. Oh, not quite, but maybe if I... There we go. Alright, so I'm in here. Actually, I'm not sure that I'm able to get onto that rail now that I'm up here. Oh, I hope I have enough rewind. That was a mistake. Okay. So, when I land here, I have to kind of shoot myself at the right angle to go up inside of that area where I was, but I have to get even higher up than I was. I think that if I kind of bounce myself off there... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now I'm actually where I need to be. And I can just jump up. Well, no. Need a little more speed than that. And then I just grab onto this rail, and this rail will shoot us to the moon. And that will be the end of, well, the end of the campaign mode. There's still a lot else to do, a lot else to see. There's a whole other area that I discovered by accident when I was trying to get to the moon. And I'm not sure I even know how to get back to it, because it was just, I made a mistake on one of those long, complicated jumps, and I ended up in a completely isolated area that was not connected, and it took me a very long time to even find my way back to the main part of the city. And I don't know even how many other strange, kind of hidden places like that there might be. I know that at the very beginning of the game, there's this sign way up high that says, "There's something awesome up here." And I spent a long time kind of trying to do this series of tricks to get up to the top and see what was up there. And then at the top, there's just this little sign on the floor that says, "It's you. You're awesome." So now that we've gotten to the moon, our boss has sent us a message saying, "So rad." And Arcane Kids is the developers, and they've sent me this, basically, I can press J and just add 200 to my speed immediately. And so I can go to whatever ridiculous speed I want. And that lets me just fly off of the moon by jumping. And there's not really, I mean, you saw what there is to see on the moon. It's just a sphere. I'm landing in a strange place. And here's the hawk that you can battle it. See, it's blinking versus. You can play against it here, and I will just completely get annihilated. Because I haven't leveled up my creature at all. See, it's... But if you defeat the hawk, then you're able to control it, and it won't just fly back to its nest, and so you can fly it up into that glass tunnel that launches you to the moon. And that's kind of the normal way to get up there. But you get an achievement, and you get a capsule, which is kind of the collectible in this game. So yeah, that's Zenith. It's a game that I'm planning on working on speedrunning it, so you might see some of that. And I think that's everything to say about it for now, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And do check out this game, because it is completely free. And so, you know, all it costs is a download, I guess. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.